Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano and Eric Slamilton Hamilton. We just watched Hell in a Cell 2019, and holy shit, they actually fucked it up. They had a simple answer. All you had to do was give the guy the red thing, and they fucked it up.
Yeah.
It was very simple. And instead, you had the whole arena at the end of the show chanting, what were they chanting?
AEW.
AEW, AEW. Yeah.
Also, they chanted restart the match.
Restart the match.
I mean, I would be incredibly pissed if I went there knowing that, oh my God, this is it. We're going to see it. We're going to see Bray Wyatt. The Fiend is going to become champion. And then they deliver this.
Becky and Sasha open the pay-per-view, have a good match. After that, it's like 2.5 more hours of Raw replay. Raw and SmackDown rerun matches.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, fine, we'll put up with this.
Like, this was basically a glorified house show.
It was. Like, we'll put up with all of this as long as you give us The Fiend as the Universal Champion at the end.
Yeah.
Instead, they did this horrible, like, horror movie.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And Rollins got booed out of the arena as well. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you don't make him a heel now, because he is.
Yeah. I mean, everything that he did.
He's going to get booed out of the arena on Raw tomorrow.
Yeah. Aptly so.
Joe, you have something to say?
Horrible.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I agree.
It was horrible. We usually... It was bad. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Fucking shit.
You know what? That's correct. You know, we usually grade these pay-per-views as we go along, but I'm going to say we're going to grade it right now.
Yeah.
It's a fucking F.
Yeah.
A fucking F. That's two Fs. A fucking F. Yes, thank you.
A fucking F.
I don't even know. This fucking pay-per-view was torturous.
Right, and you know,
it was torture to watch.
We had brought up the fact earlier in the year, maybe like near SummerSlam.
Yeah.
The fact that they have yet to have any more women main events since WrestleMania.
Right.
Because, you know, they want to be equal.
Yeah.
Becky and Sasha should have main evented this fucking
After
show.
this
If
bullshit.
this was their plan,
Yeah.
you had to send the fans home happy.
Yeah.
And they would have been more than happy with that match.
Because Bray and Seth didn't even have a match.
They didn't have a match. It was, I mean,
Why
should
did
we
you
get
cut,
into
okay,
it yet?
Why did you cut holes in the cell to climb on? They cut all these holes, you know, for your feet and your hands to climb on, and no one got up there.
No.
Why did you even bother doing that?
No one got on top. No one got out of the fucking cell.
I guess they're probably using the same cell as last year or whatever, but
I guess.
but still, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Instead of a match, they had a horror movie.
Yeah. Joe, you sound weird, but yeah. That's what they had. They had a horror movie.
Right. Drink some
It
of
was
your
like,
water.
oh, we killed Jason. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, no, we killed him again. Oh, he's
Right.
still alive. Oh, we cut his head off. Oh, he still kicks out at 2.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get my gun. Bray kicks out at 2.
1.
All right, so let's just start at the beginning. This is not going to be an easy recap.
No, it's not.
I am so fucking angry.
Yeah.
I hate doing this podcast angry, but we have to do it. We have to do it for you guys. I'm sure you're just as pissed off as we are.
Yeah.
So on the pre-show, we have Natalya versus Lacey Evans. Again.
Yeah.
Natalya was on top of Lacey and she spanked her, but Lacey got one back shortly after spanking Natalya. So they had a little spanking match. It was probably one of the best moments of the pay-per-view, really.
Yeah.
Lacey went for her moonsault, but Natalya moved, locked in the sharpshooter, and Lacey tapped. After the match, Lacey got up, but Natalya punched her in the face, just like Lacey did to her on Raw. And then later in the show, they announced that they will have a rematch on Raw in a last woman standing match.
Bad. Yes.
Yes. So
Because everyone was clamoring for this feud to continue.
yeah. Again, F. Backstage, Ali's talking about the upcoming WWE draft.
Yeah, keep notes.
And he says this will be the perfect opportunity for him to gain his momentum back. Randy Orton then walks up and says, I remember when you had momentum, and I remember when I took it away. So Ali challenges Orton to a match tonight, and he accepts. So that's all for the pre-show. The rest of it was just a bunch of panel bullshit, like always.
Video packages.
Yeah. Then we get to Hell in a Cell, lots of pyro. And the set... Okay, so you have the Raw and SmackDown set, which are new and different, right?
Yeah.
Then the pay-per-view set is just like the generic set they were using for Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So Raw and SmackDown have, like, you know, their own sets, their own original sets. But Hell in a Cell pay-per-view is, oh, here's a Titantron.
Yeah.
Here's a stage. That's it.
I mean, I'm really starting to wonder now if maybe that's why we're not getting Raw and SmackDown after the Rumble, because they're like, oh, well, now we got to use 2 different sets. We can't take them down and set them up.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. So on to the pay-per-view, we got Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. Again, this is inside Hell in a Cell. This would be the only match to watch. Mm-hmm. If you haven't watched...
The opening match.
Some of our fans, you know, admit that they don't really watch the show. They listen to us first and then see what, you know, like, oh, I'll just pick and choose what to watch. Yeah. This would be the only thing to watch.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
But this, out of 5 hours on pay-per-view, this would be the only thing to watch. So Sasha attacks Becky as the cell starts to lower. She beats Becky outside the ring, but Becky gets the advantage. They get in the cell, and the ref's about to lock the door with a giant chain, but Becky takes the chain from him, wraps it around her fist, and punches Sasha in the stomach.
Nice.
That was great.
Yes, it was very nice. They take turns hitting each other with a chair. I mean, they use all the weapons you could think of in this match.
Yeah.
Which is how a ladder match should be. Sasha leaned the ladder against the cell and then jumped on Becky with double knees onto it. Sasha sat Becky on a chair, then jumped off the second rope and hit double knees. Later, Becky drop kicked Sasha off the apron. Sasha went flying into the cell. Becky bulldogs Sasha onto a chair twice. Sasha kicks out. Then, this was the coolest part. Becky put 3 kendo sticks through 2 sides of the cell, then set a chair on top.
Yes.
So you're kind of like halfway up the cell, kind of, maybe less than half.
Like a third.
A third. Then she sat Sasha on that chair.
Uh-huh.
Then Becky ran and jumped off the apron to drop kick Sasha while she was sitting on the chair.
That was incredible.
That was great.
It was. It really was.
Yeah.
Later, there was a table set up in the ring, and they were fighting on the turnbuckle. And then Sasha jumped off the second rope and hit Becky with the double knees going through the table. Sasha went for the pin, but Becky kicked out. But again, another great spot. Later, Sasha put Becky in the bank statement with a kendo stick, but Becky got out of it. Sasha then stuck a chair through one of the cell walls earlier in the match, and they did a callback to it. This is like stuff that Gargano does a lot.
Which is great.
And she whipped Becky into it like 10 minutes later. And then in the end, Sasha brought in a bunch of chairs into the ring, hit Becky multiple times. She goes to the second rope, but Becky throws a chair at her and then hit the Beck-sploder off the second rope onto a pile of chairs. And then Becky locked in the disarmor and Sasha tapped on a chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
So...
And it was good because she was like trying to grab a chair. She was pulling Becky's hair. Like I thought she was going to one-arm a chair and like hit her in the head.
Right. Yeah. It was good stuff.
Yeah, but it was still a great match.
Really good stuff. So after that, we're at a... Yeah, I mean, it brings it up a letter grade because it was a really good match.
So D.
So we're at a D.
All right.
Okay. All right. So next
D+.
up... D+. All right. Next up, we have Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Oh, Joe's already changing the letter grade. He's crossing now. It's a tornado tag team match now.
Yeah.
So, all right, a little better.
I didn't see any tornadoes, but whatever.
Okay. So Harper and Rowan, they clear all 3 ringside announce tables. They stand on one announce table to powerbomb Bryan, but Daniel Hurricane Rana's Harper off. And then Reigns spears Rowan through an announce table. Daniel sits Harper on the top rope and goes for Hurricane Rana. But Harper catches him and power bombs him off the second rope, but Daniel kicks out. In the end, Daniel and Reigns beat up Harper together, and Roman hits the spear for the win. And then after the match, Daniel offers a handshake to Reigns again. Reigns goes in for the handshake, but Daniel moves his hand away, and instead, he spreads his arms open and goes for a hug. Roman does not seem too excited about this, but the crowd's into it, and Daniel really gets the crowd into it. So they do. They have a big hug. So Daniel is a babyface. It's official.
Super face.
No.
No?
right.
I mean, the match was fine.
Yeah.
There were some good spots to it.
Right. And
So-
that's the thing. You know, we've always said Roman can have a decent match if you take away all the rules.
Yeah.
If you let him use tables and, you know, all that shit.
Right.
So,
Yeah, overall it was a good match.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Ali versus Randy Orton. Again, this was the first of the many filler matches. It went too long for a match that means nothing.
Yes.
The one cool spot was when Orton went for an RKO, but Ali did a handstand to avoid it. That was really nice. But then after that, Ali did a monkey roll and then got hit with an RKO. Game over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. I would say leave it as where it is.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Kabuki Warriors for the women tag team titles. And you know, I was like, okay, it's a face versus face match because
Yeah.
Alexa and Nikki are faces now.
right.
But then very early on, like actually at the start of the match, Kyrie goes for a handshake, Nikki accepts, and then Kyrie takes advantage of that.
Yeah.
And then later, Kyrie did her pirate walk and then just poked Nikki Cross in the eyes.
That was good.
It was just like, okay, so they're heels all of a sudden.
Sure.
Like out of nowhere, they're heels for no reason.
Without Paige keeping him in line.
That's right, yeah. So Asuka put Alexa in the ankle lock, then a leg lock, then a half Boston Crab, all at the same time. That was nice. But in the end, the ref gets distracted by Alexa and Kyrie on the outside, and then Asuka spits green mist in Nikki's face, and then kicks her in the head, and the Kabuki Warriors are the new champs.
Yeah, I really liked the green mist.
You did.
I did.
So she's Tajiri?
No,
Sure.
Eric is wrong. Seriously, Eric?
You didn't like the green mist?
No.
But none of this made sense that all of a sudden they're heels?
Oh, I know.
Out of nowhere?
Look, nothing on this show made sense.
People on Twitter said that Asuka used to do this a lot in Japan.
That's cool.
No.
But
You know, Joe?
Fucking shit.
Are you a big fan of her Japan work?
No. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
really, you are?
No.
I don't know. So you like this match?
I mean, I thought it was good. I mean, Alexa and Nikki weren't doing anything for me as women tag teams champions. I mean, I feel like if anyone could go down to NXT and challenge, pick a fight, it would be Asuka and Kairi Sane.
I don't think they work good as heels, especially Kyrie. She looks way too nice.
Yeah.
Like she
needs
a
to
fucking
be
pirate.
she needs to dress like in all black, like pirate gear. Be
Yeah.
an evil pirate.
Yeah. So what do we at then? A D? A D? Okay.
D minus.
Next up, we have the OC versus the Viking Raiders and a mystery partner. Who could it be? Johnny Morris and Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Just put a big, giant F. Okay. Just a big, giant F.
Yeah,
And guess
F.
what? That's not moving. Pretty basic match. OC gets DQ'd for all three men teaming up on Braun in the ring. You think that's a stupid DQ?
Yeah.
Just wait. After the
hold
match,
our beer.
the Viking Raiders take out Gallows and Anderson. AJ Styles goes for phenomenal forearm on Strowman, but Braun gives him a Big Show knockout punch. And then he looks out his fist because watch out, Tyson Fury. You know what? They were recapping the whole Tyson Fury Braun thing, and they were like, someone said, I think it was Corey Graves, Tyson Fury almost beat Deontay Wilder. Yeah, well, he didn't, though.
Right.
Should have brought Deontay Wilder. I guess Deontay Wilder was too busy or too important. So yeah, after all of that, AJ tries to leave on his own, but he keeps falling down. Kind of like what Triple H did after Survivor Series, went off the air. Off the air. That was the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Filler.
Filler. So backstage, the Street Profits are doing their thing. They're wondering where they're going to get drafted. Of course, they're not. And then R-Truth runs by and he falls down. Carmella checks on him, but then she gets rolled up by Tamina. Welcome
Horrible.
back.
He's back.
So Tamina wins the 24/7 title, but then Tyler Breeze appears.
Yes. He's back.
So Tamina, he looks at the title, and then Tamina punches him and runs away.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back, and now
Yeah.
he's gone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So next up, we have King Corbin versus Chad Gable. Again. Another fucking rematch. Corbin cuts a promo before the match, making more short jokes, and he says Chad Gable will now be known as Shorty Gable. This match went way too long.
Yeah, this is like a 15-minute match.
They always had their good matches on Raw and everything, but it's like, okay, well, this isn't for anything. It does not belong on a pay-per-view.
No.
In the end, Corbin tries to attack Gable with his scepter, but Gable rolls him up for the win. And then after the match, ring announcer Greg Hamilton, Eric's cousin, said the winner of the match, Shorty Gable. And then Cole wow, how dare him, or whoever the fuck was on commentary.
Because Cole cares so much about Chad Gable.
Yeah. And then
Later,
Kayla interviews Gable backstage, and she's like, oh, hey, Shorty. And then she's like, oh, sorry. So she calls him Shorty, and she's like, oh, sorry. He's like, you know what? You can call me whatever you want, because you know what? You got to call me a winner. And then he says, tonight, Gable is the bigger man. Bye, bitch. And then he starts to walk away, and then Corbin attacks him and beats the shit out of him.
He murders him. He impales him with his crown.
Classic WWE.
Horrible.
The face wins, but then gets beaten up by the bad guy.
So, F.
Just circle the F a few more times. Thank
Minus?
you.
No.
Plus. F plus. Somehow that's worse. I think when we gave one pay-per-view an FF, maybe a triple F for this one. 2 Fs.
Well, fucking F.
A fucking F.
Yeah, that's the worst.
So next up we have Bayley versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Before the match starts, Tamina runs by all the other commentary tables. R-Truth finds her, but she hides behind Funaki, who teases Fighting Truth. But then Tamina turns around and she gets a super kick from Carmella.
Yes.
And then Carmella tells Truth to pin Tamina.
No.
And he does. So Truth is the 24/7 champ again. Why does Carmella not want the title anymore?
Because maybe she realized how stupid it is.
But she gives it to Truth, and then she runs away with Truth. So you still have to deal with all the bullshit that comes with being the 24/7 champion, but you're not actually the 24/7 champion.
Correct.
Okay, great.
He's back.
Yeah, Truth is back. He's the champion again. So as for the title match, the real title match, Charlotte makes Bayley tap to the figure 8 to become the 10-time champion, which I figured this would happen because she was the one promoting SmackDown in all those interviews.
Right.
So
yeah. And I mean, The Rock came out, put over Becky Lynch at the beginning of SmackDown, and then they didn't let Becky do anything in the match. They made it about Charlotte.
Oh, you mean Bayley?
No.
You mean... Well, you said Becky and then Charlotte, and
when they tagged together on Friday.
Oh, right, yes,
Yeah,
very true. Yeah. Again, it's also weird that Rock put over Becky of all the superstars. Becky's the man; she's the face of the company. First match,
right?
And it's like, hasn't she been doing that? Which, okay, I get it. The first match isn't the worst, but if she's the face of the company, you go on last.
Yeah,
Stone Cold always went on last.
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan went on last.
Yeah.
That's what the face of the company does.
Right.
Pretty cool that a woman is the man now, even though she's the first fucking match at every pay-per-view.
But, okay, whatever.
Basically ever.
Yeah, Rousey went last.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why they went last, because of Rousey. Bayley loses, and then she throws a fit after the match and cries while sitting on her ass. So, yeah. Lots of fallout after these matches because, again...
Filler.
So much filler needed. So here we go. It's the main event time. Oh, God. Seth Rollins versus The Fiend for the Universal Championship inside Hell in a Cell.
Yep.
Seth comes out first because Bray's entrance is too awesome. He has the lantern again with the decapitated Bray Wyatt head, which is very nice.
Yes.
But then for the whole match, red lights shine on the ring.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And after, I think it's because of what Seth ended up doing, that they didn't want it to be seen that easily. With all the chair shots with all the stuff to the head.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, let's do some red lights so you can't see it that well.
So no one can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So Seth gets knocked out of the ring early, and then he starts running around the fucking ring, And it's like, oh, I think Seth just realized he's in a cell.
Yeah.
Can't get out. He's like, oh, fuck, I can't get out of
In
here.
a glass case of emotion.
So he goes for a kendo stick under the ring. Seth hits Bray a few times, but Fiend no-sells it. Seth goes for a suicide dive, but Bray catches him, gives him a Sister Abigail on the cell wall. Seth frog splashes Bray through a table. So far, so good.
Yeah.
You're having a match. You're doing cool spots. Frog splash through a table. And then after this is where it all goes downhill.
Yeah.
Seth hits the curb stomp, but you know what? Okay, we're going to count curb stomps. I'm not 100% sure on these, but it'll be close enough at least. It's
Right.
still going to be a ridiculous amount. So he hits a curb stomp. That's one. Bray stands right back up. Bray gives Seth the Sister Abigail and goes for the pin, but Seth kicks out. Bray then snaps Seth's neck like he did to Balor.
Yeah.
Which last time that sent Balor back to NXT. So
Right.
maybe you would send Seth back to NXT. I don't know.
And then they said Seth was convulsing.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Bray then goes onto the ring and pulls out a giant cartoon hammer. Actually, still like this part. Bray drives the hammer into Seth's chest, but Seth ends up curb stomping Bray's head on the hammer. Then back in the ring, Seth hits 1, 2, 3 more curb stomps in a row, but Bray gets right up. So then Seth hits a pedigree and another curb stomp, but Bray kicks out at 1. And then I think it was 5. Like Seth hits 5 more curb stomps in a row.
Yeah.
Then grabs a chair and just stands over Bray and fucking does. It's like the concerto that they used to fucking do.
Right.
Just chair right to the skull.
Yeah.
Which, again, obviously he didn't really hit him, but they have not done this on TV in a very long time.
No.
So it was like, okay, wow, this is some serious shit. So yeah, let me see, where are we at? Okay, he hits the chair. Oh, he does all that. 5 curb stomps, hits him in the head with the chair. Bray kicks out at 1. Mm-hmm. We're at 11 curb stomps so far. Jesus.
Yes.
So Seth puts a chair on Bray's head and then slams a ladder on it.
Yeah.
Bray kicks at it too. Seth then puts the chair and the ladder on Bray's head and then grabs a toolbox and hits the ladder and the chair with Bray's head with the toolbox multiple times.
After he set up the ladder and the chair, he went back under the ring, and I'm like, oh, he's going to get a gun.
Yeah. Just get the gun.
Yeah, he's just going to shoot him.
Shoot
You're
him in
like,
the head.
oh, maybe he's going to get a saw and just cut his head off.
Just cut his head off.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would have worked, though. So Seth then looks under the ring again, and this time he pulls out a sledgehammer. The ref begs Seth not to use it. And, this ref might win an Emmy.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, that's not who you are. Come on. That is not who you are. And Seth's like, you're right. Ah! And then he hits Bray with the sledgehammer to the fucking skull. And the ref calls for the bell.
Fucking shit.
Yeah. A disqualification
Bad fucking shit.
inside Hell in a Cell.
Horrible.
Yes.
Right.
Seth then yells, "You made me do it." At this point, by the way, everyone's booing Seth.
Everyone,
the entire
yeah.
fucking crowd is booing the
basically
shit out of
went
Seth Rollins.
from the point of the 4th curb stomp
yeah.
is when they started booing.
Yeah. Everyone wanted one thing. Every wrestling fan on earth wanted one thing.
Yeah.
And that's for Bray Wyatt to win the match, not by disqualification, to win the match and hold the fucking red title.
Yeah.
The ugly red title to go along with Bray's ugly fucking Fiend mask.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
So Seth yells, "You made me do it. You made me do it." No, he didn't. No, he did not. So the refs come out to put Bray on a stretcher. Seth stands over him and is kind of taunting him or something. I don't know what he's doing. And then Bray wakes up, gives Seth the mandible claw. Bray then gives him a Sister Abigail outside the ring, then pulls up the mat, gives him another Sister Abigail.
This is where the fans are chanting restart the match.
Restart the match.
Because
and then
clearly Bray is still capable of fighting.
he's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Right.
He's not capable. He's better than ever.
I mean, if you think about it, Foley went off the top of the cage to a table. They
Yeah.
never rang the bell.
No.
He came back, went through the cage to the mat.
Yeah.
They never rang the bell.
And that was an accident.
Yeah.
And they never rang the bell.
Right.
So, yeah, they're chanting restart the match. Then when they realize that's not happening, they chant AEW so fucking loud.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch the replay of this match tomorrow on the WWE Network to hear that edited out.
Right. Where they're going to fill it with holy shit.
Right, yeah, holy. This is awesome. This is awesome. Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, they're going to take out the booze and the AEW chants and replace it with this is awesome and holy shit.
They're going to turn Seth Rollins into Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
They're going to make everyone fucking hate Seth Rollins now.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
But still keep him a face.
So after all this, he gives Seth the mandible claw outside the ring, which causes Seth to bleed out of his mouth like profusely. It's just like, it's just like throwing up blood.
Like there was less poison mist that Asuka spit out.
Yeah. And then after all of this, Bray stands on the stage, the lights go out, and then you hear the, Bray. Yeah. Why would he be laughing?
Yeah.
You didn't win the
why
title.
is he not like
Fucking shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't win the title. It was horrible. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
It was so easy. Just give the fans what they want. Why can't he be the champion?
right?
Like, I really don't understand, guys. I really don't get it. It's a fucking F for me. Fucking F?
Fucking F.
Fucking F?
Fucking F.
Fucking shit.
Fucking shit for Joe.
How do you destroy Balor in 30 seconds? Mm-hmm. And then you end this match with a disqualification.
Disqualification inside the cell. Oh, boy. You remember when Undertaker fought Shawn Michaels in Hell in a Cell? Then Kane came out, Tombstone Undertaker, and it was a disqualification?
Yeah.
And then, and then Undertaker won and fought Bret Hart at Survivor Series, and then, Undertaker screwed Bret. It was crazy, that whole thing. And then Undertaker jobbed to Stone Cold at WrestleMania after that. And then Undertaker went away for 4 years and then returned and had a match with Triple H. And then he had 8 more fucking years of wrestling, and then he lost to Shawn Michaels because Undertaker couldn't break the streak. Sorry, I'm losing it now. I'm really losing it. But we have one more thing to do. This pay-per-view was a fucking F. But we have to find out who the pay-per-view prediction champion is. Let's see. Joe got 31, Eric got 37, and I got 68 points. So
You know what?
I think that means I win. Was it a disqualification win?
Yes.
I don't know.
It was, Joe.
Shit.
Was it a disqualification
Okay, all right.
win?
Let me just say this.
No.
I've never been less proud to win this title.
Yeah.
In the shittiest fucking pay-per-view.
I agree with Andrew.
Yeah, one of the shittiest pay-per-views. So I'm going to accept the victory, but, I don't feel good about this.
Here, I can help you.
Uh-huh, yeah, you're going to help me?
He's back.
The champion is back.
Yeah.
This
Good.
pay-per-view belongs in the trash,
Yeah.
but I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to hold on to it. Because, look, maybe...
if you can sleep at night with your decision.
Wait, they could redeem themselves because, we got Crown Jewel next... Oh.
Bad.
Well, maybe in a couple of pay-per-views. I don't know. We'll see.
No.
See you. Bye.
I can't believe they let Zack Ryder do that.
They should have let him done something.
Yeah.
What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling. Oh no. And he's always right. Don't you dare have a different opinion. He sounds like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It kinda looks like Kevin Owens. Dean Ambrose is in his daydreams, and Charlotte is in his sex dream. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling. Oh no. Obnoxious, crazy, loud, Joe. Self-proclaimed strongest and best-looking man in the world. Loves wrestling, but only part-time. Strong, big players, pretty sublime, yeah. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Eric's third most loved and he can't really hold in his piss. He made hashtag push Eric, yeah, we'll push him off a cliff. He doesn't think Stacy Keebler is that high, and we almost forgot Josh. He's just a troll. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with